Hi, my name is Taylor Mhlongo. I'm here at the National Championships as a selector. Um, in more ways than one, as we recognize talent, there are those that you've probably seen in the past that have been part of the national team, but you find that their performance is not on par on what has been happening all along. My belief is they were not away from netball only, but they are away from netball as a whole, because some of them have not been training because of the dates as well. Now and again they would get a date and then it gets cancelled or get postponed, and that gave a bit of a damper on their training programs. So you find that some of them have gained a lot of weight, and they're not just performing as they usually are, and the lack of talent as well. Most of the teams are not here. Almost we just have plus minus a quarter of the constituency that should be here. But then again, it's because having two major programs in one year, most rely on funding from the Department of Sports and Recreation, and having them to ask for same programs twice, it's a bit impossible. But I do believe that perhaps in September, when the 2021 season is for the males in NSA, things might give. One is motivation. I think they need to be motivated that although we have this pandemic in the country, but we can still train and keep ourselves fit at all times, but adhering to the protocols of COVID. And again, having these players selected this now season of 2020, it will give those who are at home a chance to say, you know what, things are happening and therefore they should go back full force. Again, it's important that we need to organize an international game for the team that we shall select, because that alone will actually encourage them more to go back into court, because they've been selected now and again, and there have not been any projects or programs designed for them to actually be part of the greater good of netball in the country. Greatly. Some of them have lost their loved ones. Almost every family has been affected or infected in one way or another. So therefore, you can see that they're here for the love of netball. But if they had a choice, I'm sure we could have received half of them. The pandemic has not been good to everybody across the board, and as netballers, we are also affected in one way or another. And psychologically, they still need to be nurtured, given an encouragement that things are happening and things can happen with or without COVID. It's just that we need to be careful. We need to make sure that we protect ourselves and our own families. And going forward, I'm sure with that in mind, we will see the netball of the yesteryears coming back into the fold. We've got countries around, within the SADC region that do play netball. They can be invited over, or we visit them, just for them to get that boost, that encouragement. Or they could be part of the national league that plays every year for the ladies, as sort of curtain raisers or whatever the case is, so that they also at least appear on national television, and that gives them a boost as well. And again, we need to have a program where we keep our national team for the sake of progress and for the sake of continuity. We cannot be having a new team every year. I think we need to have them so that the coaches, or whoever the technical officials of that team, are giving them programs now and again so that they can train and be on par with international standards. Um, what I've taken out is the fact that there's quite a number of young players coming up, and the under 23s, the under 19s as well. And for me, that it says netball is in capable hands, because there will be continuity going forward. But my worry, therefore, is that there are a lot of injuries going on, and to me, that's a worry. You see a potential in someone, and suddenly that person is not playing anymore because he's out on an injury. This can be permanent, and we are aware that when an injury happens, it's the baby of the district or the baby of the family to actually make sure that the player is rehabilitated. Again, maybe as Netball South Africa, we need to get in power with that. We need to help our athletes, especially those who have been injured during the tournament of such stature. That's what I can pick up. And again, in the first day, it was everything was a bit lax, but you can see that the tournament is getting fierce, and the competition is getting tougher, and people are really rising to the occasions. The players are really doing great. I would love male netball, to actually compete at a world stage, especially our own. If there is an international competition, I would like us to take part in that, and I would like our players to be internationally recognized. And lastly, I would really love our players to actually make a living out of netball, professionalize it, make sure that there are instances where they can make a living out of it, put bread on the table, because most of them are unemployed. Most of them are from very indigent families, and therefore it's important that for them to give 100% commitment into netball, it needs to be professionalized. They need to make a living.